Palhinha, I have wanted a number 6 of real quality for about 5 years, and we finally got it. He can play number 6. He can play in a double pivot. He played in at centre-back. Yes, I understand it's only Doncaster, but to score 3 goals, batter a League One side, keep all of your best players, Kudus, Romero, Van der Ven, Vicario, Simmons only played 60 minutes. Kudus, to keep all of these players, Bergvall played 20 minutes, keep all these players injury-free. And Palhinha is an absolute joke. How no one picked him up in that year when he was at Bayern, had a really, really, really poor year. We've got him on loan, and he looks absolutely insane for us. We have had a very, very good start to the season, beating Doncaster, getting a valuable point against Brighton, starting the Champions League well, beating West Ham away, beating City away, beating Burnley, only that Bournemouth game, and we have only conceded 2 goals in our opening 7 games. I mean, 3 goals in our opening 7 games. That is a really, really good start to life at Tottenham for Thomas Frank. And I told all of you guys, when you get a manager who's a tactician, who isn't afraid to change players' position, who isn't afraid to make bold calls, like not putting Tel in the Champions League group, I think we can go far in this competition. I think the draws later on tonight. There's still a few games being played. I think Man City won tonight. I think Newcastle won as well. I think it's only the Arsenal game, and the draw will be after that. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button. The road to 100,000 subscribers is well and truly on. So if you enjoy the content, go down and hit that subscribe button. We're about 220 away. I want to start with the lineup because tonight I was really happy that Thomas Frank played a fairly strong side. Kind of shows you the intent of this competition. People moaning on Twitter that Porro and Spence shouldn't be starting. It's only in September. There is no reason why Porro can't play a full 90 today and then a full 90 against Wolves. Your doggy come on as well for Spence. Van der Ven, Romero, and Vicario all rested. Sarr rested as well from that midfield. Bergvall come on late. Simmons only played an hour. Johnson, got his goal very, very late on. Tel, not great tonight. I'll be brutally honest. Odegaard looked good as well. In terms of Doncaster's lineup, I'm going to be brutally honest. Don't really know anyone on there. We brought on Richarlison. We brought on your doggy. We brought on Luca Williams-Barnett, which is fantastic to see. And we also brought on Lucas Bergvall, who did have the ball in the back of the net. But, it was offside. Now, Williams-Barnett, 16 years of age, 4 games in the under-21s, 4 goals, 2 assists, looked a real threat. On another day, he may have even got something today. We 100% are looking at, that left wing position long term. Could he be the option? Now, we get a goal really early on, 15 minutes in. João Palhinha with an over a kick. Another dangerous corner from Xavi Simmons. The ball is headed on. Goalkeeper's in no man's land. And there is João Palhinha to nod in. I say nod in. It was an over a kick into an empty net. It was a good finish from Palhinha. But he is an absolute joke, guys. His numbers when he was in a Fulham shirt, in terms of tackles made, in terms of the impact he's made on this team so far, 2 goals in 6 games, really good in the Super Cup, really good in the Champions League. Only 30 years of age. We could probably get 2 or 3 years, really, really good years out of him. He is unbelievable. We've been crying out for a Monster 6 for about 5 years. We've tried to put Sarr in there. We've tried to put Bentancur, Bissouma. Now we actually have the guy. And I think our best midfield at the moment picks itself. I want to see Xavi Simmons playing the 10 more. But I think our best midfield right now is Palhinha, either one of Sarr or Bergvall, and then Xavi Simmons. Johnson got his goal tonight. He obviously needed a bit of a confidence boost. Hasn't had the best starts to life this season. But he has got 3 goals, and you can't really, fault him in that aspect. I do want to see some better performances out on the right, because at times, especially in that Brighton game, he didn't look good at all. We do get a second goal a few minutes later. It was an own goal from Jay McGarth. And then since that second goal, it was just about cruising to the 90th minute. And then the good thing about Thomas Frank is he's not afraid to make some changes. We get into the hour mark. He takes off Simmons and Odebear. Odebear was good tonight. He brings on Richarlison and Bergvall. Late on, he then brought on Udogie for Jed Spence. And then he's not afraid to give a young academy player, Luca Williams-Barnett, again. And then Brennan Johnson is played through from Bergvall. And it's a really, really good finish from Brennan Johnson. And when you look at the overall performance, to rest that many players, to come away with the win, to come away with 3 goals. When you look at the match stats, you'd expect us to batter them, and we pretty much did. They didn't make it easy for us. I'm not going to lie. They did have a number of opportunities, especially in the second half. But 3 big chances created, 18 shots instead of 10, 5 shots on target against 2, higher passing accuracy, more expected goals, more possession, more corners. We had a few more fouls committed. But you look at the run of games we've had recently, and defensively, we look so much more solid. And the amount of times I was sitting here last year, saying about, Ange Postecoglou this, Ange Postecoglou that. How refreshing is it to see us, comfortably winning games, the way we are, starting off the life in the Champions League really well, starting off life in the League Cup really well. And you look at the next games we got, I don't want to say that we're going to win our next 5, but the way we're playing, I think we will. I think we beat Wolves on Saturday. Yes, they beat Everton midweek, but they are where they are in the league for a reason. I expect us to keep a clean sheet, get 2 early goals, be compact, be tight at the back, make 3 or 4 changes around the 60th minute so we can go out to Norway and beat Bodo again. Then we've got Leeds. And if we can beat Leeds next Saturday, not this Saturday, the following Saturday, and go in, to the international break, winning these next 3 games, I'll be absolutely over the moon at that start to life under Thomas Frank. Really good start in the Champions League. That'd be 6 points out of 6. Great start in the league. That'd be 5 wins out your opening 8 games, or 6 wins out your opening 8 games, sorry. And that would be a really good start to life in the League Cup. We're waiting to see who we are going to be playing in the next round. And I don't actually know when the next round, the actual fixture day is. I think it's the back end or early October. I'm pretty sure that's when it is. Let me just double check. So the next round, yeah, it's early October. So hopefully it's in between I'd imagine it will be in between Bodo and Leeds. It may be, say, on the 2nd. Well, no, it may be it'll be in between. When's that game going to be? That may be in between Aston Villa and Everton. But I don't know how we're going to get it in there. Because the fixture list is very, 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 very hectic at this moment in time. According to the EFL website, it says that the 4th round will be the 27th of October, which will be in between the Everton and Chelsea game. I mean, that's going to be, hopefully we get a decent draw. But let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like on the video if you haven't already. It would really would be greatly appreciated. We'll be there live doing a watch along for the Tottenham versus Wolves game this weekend. I am very, very, very optimistic about this season. Very, very, very optimistic. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll be back here afterwards for an Arsenal match reaction, as well as a cup draw video in the morning. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. I am out. facts.